This week, we're finally going to talk about podcast awards. We're finally get that out of the way.
Do you think someone would see your face and then jerk off behind a dumpster?
Someone did.
Off to the races.
Someone did. Favorite post on Reddit today.
Oh, you want to explain it?
So on Ask Reddit, someone posted the question, something like, what's your lowest moment ever? What's the thing you've been most disgusted with yourself about?
Oh, Jesus.
And someone told a story about, or he said, the time I jerked off behind a dumpster. And of course, everyone's like, oh, you got to tell more to this story. Turns out someone took a bus from Houston, came to watch our live podcast recording, at the set of the Gauntlet. Then afterwards, went and peed behind a dumpster, got horny while peeing, and decided to jack off.
The weirdest part about him getting horny is that he had mentioned multiple times that he was like dehydrated and hungry and sweaty and had been up all night traveling. And
he said at one point he felt too gross to meet Gavin, Michael, and Lindsay because they were walking down the street, but
now
he felt too disgusting to go up to them and say hello, but not gross enough to fucking whip it out and start jerking off behind a dumpster.
When you're masturbating, who do you need to please? It's just you. There's no one else involved. Your hand has done disgusting stuff already. I guarantee you your hand's filthy.
Are you really asking me how I am mentally when I'm jerking off behind a dumpster? My answer to that would be I have no idea. I can honestly say I have no idea what it's like to jerk off behind a dumpster.
You've got to be so suspicious. He must have been looking left and right constantly. He would have strained his neck.
Maybe he was so delusional that he was just like, I don't give a shit. Just fucking pissing, I'm going to keep going.
I can't imagine being comfortable enough in public to monk it and then complete.
Well, you always talk about the cheeky blowies behind the pub by the dumpsters.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you mentioned that all the time.
That's something people do. It's like, you finger someone behind the bike shed.
Getting a blowjob perfectly fine.
This response that Gavin always has. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that's something people do all the time. It's like you don't understand what I'm talking about to being it's totally fine to talk about.
What are you on about?
You make it sound like I'm doing it.
You talk about
it.
You talk about it all the time.
That's what people do. Behind the bike shed.
So
you understand that, but you can't understand jacking off behind a dumpster? You can understand two people out in the open.
I can imagine it be a moment of passion, like, I need you right here behind this dumpster. I'm not going to look
That's
down.
what he said to his dick.
Yeah, I'm not going to look down at my own
they're
penis
behind
and
the
say
dumpster
that.
when that moment hits them? No. We were cut through the alley. We stopped behind the dumpster to have a conversation. Suddenly the moment hit us.
Maybe he looked
she had
down
to give me
and
a cheeky blow.
Yeah, he's
my
just
dick's looking really good tonight. Hey, what's up, little guy? He just like,
Yeah, the guy took it.
He needed it right then and there.
yeah.
Gavin brought up a good point, though. We were talking about this beforehand, which was the guy was taking a piss when he made the transition from pissing behind a dumpster to jerking off. That's a really weird transition.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever made that transition on my own, like in the privacy of my own
There's nothing
home.
sexy about peeing and watching yourself pee and feeling yourself pee. It's not sexy.
I don't know how it works because I'm not a dude and I don't have a penis. But do you hold your penis while you pee, right?
No.
How do you think it happens? How do you think it works?
I don't know. Just
No. I mean, obviously, you have a preconceived notion. How do you think it happens? Like, Gavin goes up to the urinal. He unzips his pants.
And his dick is already pointing at the urinal.
I'm just like this.
Mine has a
You think you got like
kickstand.
a newspaper? Like, the blue chips are down this week.
No, we had the big long discussion about does
Hands
anybody
free
use the
peeing.
flap in their
Never.
underwear? And Jack was determined Jack's the only person we know, right? Who uses the flap in his underwear.
I have some underwear that don't even have the flap anymore. Fuck it. Get rid of it. Why do we still have it?
It does seem like unnecessary. And it's like sometimes it's a flap like this, just for demonstration purposes, like that is the flap like in boxers. But sometimes like boxer briefs, it's like this.
It's like a zigzag.
You gotta go like
You got to
it's
put
like
your
a hedge
dick through a
maze.
maze. Yeah.
Yeah, you stick your dick through there and the fucking shit gets tight. That's no good. You got a tourniquet on there.
Yeah, so Barbara, basically, yes, you are holding the entire time.
So he was obviously holding his member while he was going pee, and he just kept holding it.
How did Barbara avoid saying the word dick? It's you.
I'm trying to get off of it.
You trying to get off?
She's trying to wean herself from dicks.
I don't know. This podcast is making like me really turned on. I might go up behind the dumpster with
We
myself.
could probably wheel one in here.
Bit of a flick.
I think for a lot of guys, taking a dump is more sexy than having a piss.
Okay, here we go.
Because of like, you can bash the prostate on the way down. That happens to some guys.
What guys, Gavin? Is this something you want to tell us here?
No,
Just
but like,
some guys.
that-
Some guys. Of all the guys I've talked to about how they feel,
guy
when they
was
take a
telling
shit.
me-
You get turned on by taking a dump? No, I'm getting nose here. I'm
Nose.
getting all nose.
That's the point, though. How many times in your life before just now have you asked other people how they feel as they take a shit?
Does taking a shit turn you on? I've never had to ask that.
So of all the guys that Gavin's talked to in his life about how exactly they feel while they take a shit, a significant portion of those people have said, I feel good because my prostate gets bashed. And I get off on that.
not bash, but you kind of like tease past it. And I think the guy I was talking to said that it was uncomfortable because he got a boner and then it hit the toilet seat.
Who
You don't know the guy.
Who is this?
Some guy in England.
We're all just gonna assume it's Dan. Every one of us.
I've never encountered that problem.
You've never had a boner on the toilet.
I've never gotten a boner from fucking pushing a shit out that hits the toilet seat. Did it lift him up a little?
It was just like an ejector seat.
Yeah. And
him
then next
through
thing
the
you knew, he was
ceiling.
in a field.
Yeah. With no phone.
I'm never going to get to a host read ad, this podcast. It's
Nope,
never going to,
there's
we're
no good
not going to
segue.
get far enough away from that.
You want a nice segue?
Please.
So flowers are nice and that, aren't they? Like, pretty. Ponies.
Great.
Do you have an ad?
Good job. No, I'm just going to do it right now. I'm just saying.
You gotta get far enough away.
We can go
from this
another
conversation. How
That
are we
was
gonna do the
masterful,
awards tonight?
Gavin.
How are we gonna run that? I have not seen Gavin and Stacey.
Top show.
Is it?
Very English though. I'm not sure how Americans feel about it.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's just really English and like Welsh humor.
Welsh?
Did you
it's
like-
very specific?
What's specific about Wales?
What's specific about Wales in the context of England? It's a fucking specific region.
It's a country that's separate to England. How's
Right.
it specific?
It's specific. You're like narrowing it down even more.
No, it's just another country next to England.
It's the same country.
Well,
It is. You have
there's
no
countries
perspective
within
because you live
countries.
in that place. Trust the rest of the world. 99% of the rest of the world. That's the same country.
There are
Wales?
some places in England where you can be in a city inside a city in a country inside a country.
Yeah, that's just making
Like
shit
you
up
could
at that
be in
point.
City of London in London, right?
Yeah,
Like
you
City
can
of
be-
London is
the city of London is actually really tiny. It's like the tiniest capital city,
It's a tiny, like you can
but it's in
London.
London, the city.
If I look up on Google, is Wales a country?
It's
Nobody
a country.
Knows. Nobody knows.
There's a different language.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's what people are looking up on Google. They're like, is Wales a country?
We haven't played that in a while.
It's funny you say that. That's it's a different it's a different country because it's a different language. You know, the U.S. has no official language, so it can be like whatever language you speak. There is no official language for the United States.
What are you trying to tell me?
That it doesn't matter if they have a different language. You could have a different language regionally. In the United States, people could speak a different language in different areas, and it's fine.
All right.
It'd be like if we told you that's a very Pennsylvanian comedy. That would not make any sense to us. Like, people are like, why are you calling that out? It's like, oh, that your humor is so Floridian.
So, okay,
Just makes
let me ask you this then. If I have said England and Scotland, would you have had the same problem?
Scotland's totally different. Scotland's badass.
It's no different to
Fucking
Wales.
Sean Connery. It's a different
Gordon
place.
Ramsay.
It's a different place.
I get what he's saying.
Wales is a different place.
James
Nah.
Bond.
It's all connected. It's all connected. Scotland has Braveheart. It has skirts. It's a totally different place.
It's got that great whiskey.
Cut skirt.
That's great.
Wales needs to do something to differentiate
Wales have
itself a little
sheep.
bit. What's that?
sheep.
Wales sheep.
Doesn't Scotland also have sheep?
Yeah. But you know, Welsh sheep.
Listen, I got news for people. They're going to be disappointed to hear this. New Zealand and Australia, that's the same country too. Just so you know. Just so we're clear. It's all the same country. All the states in the U.S., we're all the same. I realize that. We're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
You go to every state. It's like you go to a mall. It's like the Bed Bath & Beyond, the Chili's. You know,
that's
the
cool.
Whenever I
Depot.
realize, like, whenever I
It's all the
travel,
same fucking thing.
whenever I travel, it's purely to eat. It's like I want to eat at places I can't eat at in Austin. That's all traveling
And you
is
can't
for
even
me.
do that anymore because we have In-N-Out now.
Yeah.
Have you eaten there yet?
Yeah.
So good.
Oh my god.
It's all right.
What?
I'd rather have a Mighty Fine.
Oh, you're fucking. Mighty Fine's pretty
Mighty Fine's way better.
good. It's pretty. Mighty Fine's pretty good.
How are you doing today?
Mighty Fine.
Mighty Fine
Rooster
is pretty
Teeth.
good. You know, Mighty Fine has a weird distinction because it's one of the only hamburgers I like that's a big ass hamburger. Like it's a real thick patty. I normally don't like that.
Mighty Fine?
Yeah,
I don't think it's that thick.
It's pretty thick.
I think it is
Yeah.
compared to like McDonald's or P. Terry's
Oh,
or
yeah.
In-N-Out. I don't even like Fat Burger. I know that's like blasphemy.
I
to some
feel like
people in the
Fat Burger kind of fell off. Like that got really popular for a while. Then like
Yeah.
overnight, you don't hear about it
What do you
anymore.
think about Smash Burger? Because that's like the opposite, where it's like this thin.
world. Oh no, shit! I haven't been there.
Really?
That's the place that they basically took GameStop's sign and made it a burger
Yeah,
place,
they
right?
did.
It's the same font and they use red and white lettering, and
The
it
big
looks.
block, like
Well, it's not an adventure. It's fun. What is it? Like Impact or something?
yeah, it's Impact.
It
Yeah,
is?
but the coloring's the exact.
It's also the
same.
red and the white. It's also like the same red and the same white.
Yeah,
It's really, really bizarre.
like how GameStop, I think like game is red and stop is white, or the other way around.
Yeah,
it's like
I
the
think
same
so
with
it is.
like
It's
Smash
like Wales and
Burger.
England. It's the same fucking thing. It's all the same.
It's like they have flags that are the same color.
The England flag and the Wales flag are the same color.
Are they? I guess I have no idea what the Welsh flag looks like.
Why wouldn't they be?
The-
They're the same fucking.
The England flag
country.
is a red cross, and the Welsh flag is the cross on the side.
So they have the same flag.
no,
they
they
have
have
the
a different flag.
They have the same land. They have the same language.
Different
and they have the
sheep.
same fucking people. Do they have the same ruler?
Ruler.
Yeah, is the Queen the ruler over Wales?
Yeah.
Same fucking country, dude. I hate to break it to you. It's the same fucking country.
So
She's our ruler too in
You
Canada.
have
Canada
an ocean between you and this
Yes.
place. They made a distinction that Wales doesn't get to be its own place.
Like you cross that street. No.
Nope.
The Queen still rules over there, but that's a different country.
They have what? What do they have that's different?
People in
There's
Wales
one
walk
thing
like
that's
this.
different.
Does every country have to have a
You
thing that
named a
country
sheep.
has?
If the sheep fucking starts walking, does the country go with it? Is that the way it works? If the sheep gets on a boat, does France become Wales?
And if you look to your right, there is Wales walking away.
Wales the sheep. Try to keep up. Our culture's on the move. I'll see if I can look at the smash burger thing for you.
Either way.
Barbara might spit her beer.
I had to move my mic
Either
out of the
way,
way just
Wrong
in case.
Man's Gavin and Stacey both have James Corden. He's a funny English actor. I recommend both those
Welsh.
shows. What? What did I say?
English?
Did I say English?
You said English.
He's English.
Okay. I thought you said it was very
Oh, okay.
Smash burger logo. That's the same logo as
Oh my
GameStop.
god.
same logo. I thought you said it was Welsh humor though.
Gavin and Stacey was co-written by a Welsh person. James Corden is English.
Okay.
All right.
That's
you good?
totally clear now. I have no confusion at
It's a
all.
good show. I like it.
All right.
Gavin and Stacey?
Yeah, it's dirty.
Dirty.
It's
Say it
Dirty.
A
again.
little bit filthy.
Say it again.
Dirty.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, let's visit Wales. Wait, everybody get out their passport.
Wales was in my face. All right. Just do
It's
this.
like a hive mind of sheep.
We're now an international podcast.
I feel like it's a really weak year for internet video.
Are
It
you
was.
shitting me?
It was.
It
Look at all
didn't
the
have
stuff
a-
we just saw.
That-
It
none
didn't
of-
have a big breakout. It didn't
none
have
of
a
those are
fucking
classics.
bedroom intruder or
Yeah.
any of those.
Or
Nyan
Double
Cat.
Rainbow.
What? You had Will Sass and the Lemons. You had Taylor Swift singing with
I feel like-
Wales. It was all good. It was all amazing. I barely got that one out. I gotta say,
Wild?
if I had to pick one like a late,
Um,
by the way, I'm getting blasted on Twitter about this Wales thing. People are constantly sending me pictures of the Welsh flag. They're saying, no, it's a real country. Look, here's our flag. It has a dragon on it. I just want to point out, a dragon is fucking made up. It's a made up animal. So don't send me any more pictures of fucking dragons to tell me how your country is a real country. Just don't even bother doing that.
Game of Thrones is real. It's got dragons. We're really, really upsetting the fucking Welsh viewers of the podcast.
I hate
Take
this
a
episode.
sheep and go home.
Accepting
please.
on behalf of Taylor Swift is Mr. Bernie Burns.
Yeah, I'd be happy to accept this.
On behalf of Taylor Swift
could not be with us
or the
tonight.
goat.
Neither could Chuckles the goat. So we will accept this on their behalf.
Thought his name was Wales the
Thank
goat.
you. Wales the goat.
Wales.
No, it's Chuckles the Wales. So
Wasn't it a sheep?
It's the same goats or sheep. It's the same thing.
they're all the same
They're all
animals.
The same
same.
country.
Oh man. So I had another homeowner nightmare.
Oh, I read about this. Yeah, I read about it.
I was feeding my dog yesterday morning, and I was still kind of groggy, putting his food in the bowl. And I stand up and I think, why can I hear water in the walls? It's like, that's
Water,
not-
by the way, you never want to hear water as a homeowner.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things ever.
So I have an electric tankless water heater that's
An
behind
electric tankless water heater.
yeah.
Electric tankless water heater.
So
Okay.
inline water heater, but it's electric instead
Those
of
don't
gas.
work.
No, it's awesome.
It can't work,
was
though.
awesome, huh?
Everybody talks about how awesome they are. It heats water instantaneously as it flows through this thing?
Yeah.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah, it does.
Listen, all of our temperatures are based around how difficult it is to raise the temperature of water
But if
1
water's
fucking
really
degree.
if water's really thin, you can heat it.
So are you telling me that I have not had a water heater for 5 years and I'm
just telling
fucking
you,
lying to
this
you?
thing can't work as well as people say they do. I think
It
a lot of people
does.
buy stuff, and then because they spent money on it, they put it in their goddamn house. They try to tell everybody else it's fucking awesome. Then you get it, you go, oh, I had problems with this. I go, yeah, I got the same problem with mine.
Come on over. Scald yourself.
I
the
can't-
problem I have with it is it's a fucking piece of shit that broke.
Okay, there we go.
So I open up the access panel to look at it, and there's just water pouring out of the bottom of this thing. Fuck. So I look down, and there's just water, like all pooled on the ground. The drywall's all fucked up. That's a gas one. That's not mine. But so like I gotta get someone to come out, rip out all the drywall, replace it. The plumber was supposed to come out today and take a look at it. He was supposed to come out this morning. He kept getting delayed. He kept calling, kept getting delayed. Then finally called. It was like, okay, I'm on my way. Great. I'm gonna go meet him. He calls again. Just got into a wreck.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah. So he's like, I'll be there tomorrow.
He listened to his car and heard water.
So now whenever I need hot water, I need to like turn the water onto the unit, go turn the breaker on for it, use my hot water, turn the breaker off, then turn the water off to it so it doesn't leak everywhere.
Wow.
Just shower at the office.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Am I the only person who ever showers at the office?
I showered here once when I had the old man makeup for the Mega 64 video we did.
Oh, yeah?
I showered here twice. Once for the old man makeup, and then when I had to get all covered in mayonnaise for baby Gus.
Oh, God.
Was that actually mayonnaise that they put on you?
No, it was cum.
Wow.
No, it was mayonnaise. it was mayonnaise.
That pause was perfect.
But my hair was really soft after
Yeah.
that. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So now I got this fucking deal. And I think when a plumber comes out to take a look at my water heater, he's going to tell me that he cannot install an electric water heater. Because I think according to City of Austin code, a certified plumber can no longer install an electric water heater in a house. They can only install gas water heaters outside of the house.
So an electrician has to do it.
No, you can't do it. Your homeowner can do it themselves, but if you hire an electrician or a plumber, they can't do it.
Why don't you like tell him to take a break and then have him do it in his spare time? Does that count?
I think they could lose their license if someone found out about it.
Are you not a handyman, Gus?
I am not a handyman when it comes to something that has 40 amps of electricity, of 240 volt electricity that has water running through it. I will not touch that.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Really? That's your limit?
That's
'Cause
my
I tried to
limit.
watch you take a fuse cover off of the back of a light panel here, and you had to have Blaine do it for you.
You saw his muscles?
You need muscles to change a fuse.
You need for that one.
Apparently.
They'll just
Don't make fun
electrocute
of me. You couldn't do it either.
Well, listen, this is about
Fucking
you.
Mr.
This is
Casting
about me.
Stones
This is
over
about
there.
you and your failings. Keep me out of this, dickhead.
You had just as much trouble. You succeeded just as much as I
I
did.
did, but I did very quietly. I was like, I'll get okay, Blaine, get over there. What the fuck do we pay you
It was
for?
really difficult to get it open.
So here's Twitter's explanation for how your tankless water heater works. This is from Mr. Face Production on Twitter. He says, Burnie, it works by superheating the pipe, and it shoots out steam, and then it cools into a pool under your house.
Did Gavin just explain how it works?
How does that make a damn bit of sense?
I didn't see you tweet
So
that.
you have a steam powered.
Are you Mr. Face Productions?
No, that
You
confused
have a
even me.
steam-powered hot water heater. Your hot water heater runs off of hot water. It's the only.
So they're saying the
perpetual
steam
motion.
blasts the water hot. Is that what they're saying?
It superheats the pipe. Makes no sense. You can't run cold water through anything. The amount of water that flows through a shower head, you can't run
Yeah, but if
that
you
amount of
have-
water through something and heat it up instantly.
But what if you have a
It doesn't
tiny-
fucking
It
work?
does work.
Then I could boil water in 4 seconds in my house. If that was the case, you could boil water in 4 seconds.
It doesn't boil water. It gets water to like 170 degrees.
Then give me the other 40
pretty
in the other
close.
2
Yeah,
seconds.
but isn't it about surface area of if you have really thin water, you can heat it really quick.
Gavin, what is the fastest you can boil water? Like, in commercial kitchen, what's the fastest you can boil water?
Instantly.
Instantly.
Well, I mean,
What instantly?
I would
How
say
much water are we
like 90
talking?
seconds.
I like how you went to Gavin for help. That's what you get when you go to Gavin for help. You don't get shit,
All
man.
right. Say you've got a really hot frying pan
Okay, I've got a hot frying pan.
and there's oil on it. It's super hot.
Right.
You tip water on it. It flashes to steam
Are
instantly.
you going to take a shower in a dip?
Well, what are you asking me? How much water are we talking about?
Well, how big is the fuck? He's got like a football-sized frying pan in his house. That's what's doing this. And this is a more efficient way to keep hot
I'm
water.
saying you can heat small amounts of water.
A shower
instantly.
is not a small amount of
But
water.
if
That's
you
my
have a lot
point.
if you have a lot of heating points on a really thin stream of water, surely you can do that.
You're
Imagine
taking
a
a shower.
curly straw.
You're taking a shower.
Okay, imagine a curly straw,
Go ahead.
and that's your pipe.
Right.
But there's like loads of it.
So-
That would work.
Listen, these things
That's
exist.
that's what it looks like. I don't know if we can cut to it. It's just a little box. It's probably
Great box.
Did you draw that
a
just
little,
now?
It's a little bigger. No, that's actually it. That's the unit. It's a little bigger than your laptop.
Are you looking at something different than I am? Oh, that's
What-
it?
what
Yeah.
are we
We're looking at a
at?
gray square.
That's it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was a gray square, guys. I apologize. I didn't know it was a fucking gray
Wait,
square
I
on the
don't-
screen.
I don't- what are you
If you just showed
showing
me the
us?
gray square to begin with,
looks
then
like
I
something you
totally
made
would have
it-
believed the suspension of fucking physics.
I wasn't doing it as an explanation. I was just doing it to show you.
That's what's plaguing you. That's what's causing your house to leak all over the place is a gray square.
Yeah. Yes,
show
a
show
gray
the
square.
inside of it.
I'm looking for that.
Oh.
It looks like something you made on MS Paint.
Amas.
Emma's paint. Who's Emma's? Who's Emma?
MS Paint.
I
Microsoft.
gotta admit, I'm a little
Fuck.
frustrated today too because I got done traveling.
I'm gonna
Well, I made videos.
You
for
guys
Dunkelman.
can-
Not counting like the
talking.
Halo gameplay stuff.
Yeah.
So are you gonna demonstrate how it's done?
I was gonna do it, and you guys were talking, and then it'll cut back to me.
Oh, okay.
All right,
So
you two
You
talk.
can't watch the magic.
so I feel like that. Oh,
I watched it
Fucking
on your,
directed.
I watched it on your screen.
It like totally cleared the mic and came right, got a money shot right in the glasses. So I feel like
Shot it from
that's
behind a
not
dumpster.
as much of a thing anymore. Now that making and posting videos is easier, we don't see those kinds of community video collaborations anymore.
Dude, those things were epic.
Like the
they would
Awesome
have
on its
users
own
from
and-
all over the world. They would have like 50 users in that.
It'd be like a big event every time one of them was put up. It'd be
Yep.
like, wow, this is cool. It's kind of like a good feeling.
And I thought Dark made a really good point where he said the community used to be more about the community itself. Like they would actually like everyone knew each other.
Yeah.
And they would work together and post things. And it's like then the community was about the community. And he was lamenting the fact, and a little bit's a lot like things aren't the way they used to be. I mean, what is, everyone has that kind of like nostalgic kind of wistful where they miss stuff. But he was saying that, now the community is it's more about like the RT staff and the, talking about the productions thing. Like there's Barbara Dunkelman, everybody.
Hey,
Hey.
you're like a troll.
That was absolutely worth it.
So if anybody ever wants to do a troll costume, just put a water bottle in your hair and tie your hair to the top of it.
Didn't
Very
you do,
stable.
Didn't you do 2 ones from like each side?
Yes.
Is that something you've done?
I did 2 like Coke cans on each side and did pigtails. Could
That
also
was
do
fun.
that.
That was a good look as well.
So
Or you just do this. That also works. That also works. Kara had to cut to the wide shot because my hair didn't fit in. I'll go down like this. How's that? There we go. That also works.
So were we saying that they were saying that the community used to be its own thing?
No, well, the community used to.
So while I was in England, I found out the most impressive thing you can do to impress a girl. Like, do you remember recently I was talking about how
Jack off behind a dumpster?
You shouldn't tell me what it is and do it and see if it impresses me.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it here. But I was saying recently about how I like flung a piece of mail and it went straight into the post box.
Oh yeah.
And I was like wishing a girl saw it, but then you were like, I don't think a girl would be impressed by that.
Oh totally.
I found the ultimate
I
thing you
said
can
that?
do randomly. It was something like that.
Okay.
This is what happened. I was walking behind a girl and her kid, and it was raining. It was super wet, puddles everywhere. The kid was jumping in puddles, and as she jumped in a giant puddle, her hat blew off, and it was about to go in the puddle, and I caught the hat like this, just like a
Nice.
reflex catch. And she looked around. She was like, "That was amazing." And that is the most impressive thing you can do to a stranger. You catch the kid's hat before it hits the puddle.
You're like, hey,
hand me your iPad. I'm gonna show you.
you give the kid like $5 to go, here you go, kid, knock yourself out in the puddles.
Somebody help me out there.
Yeah, help him out.
Thanks. High school cafeteria. All right, hold on 1 second here. I'm gonna look up a video. You guys keep talking. Don't hold on.
So you say a girl and her kid. It's a woman and her kid.
A female. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Once you have a kid,
It could also be like
crossover.
little sister or something like that too.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
But her kid is.
It was.
Yeah.
It was her kid. It was
At
her
that
daughter.
point, it's just like, nah.
Yeah.